You want me to entertain you
Hold on.
for a little bit before he jump up in here? Huh?
Go ahead. I'll let you know when he jumps in.
All right, let's do this, baby.
Was you playing some music for me?
Oh, I got you. But listen, I got you.
All
I
right.
got you.
You know
Feel
I
me?
always enjoy. You know I always enjoy your music. So
That's dope. About to liven it up. Who up in here yet?
wait, we just went. We just went live.
They
That
don't
shit
listen.
gotta. It gotta register. There we go. We got one.
What up though? I'm about to entertain that one person. One person.
Oh, we got four now. Go ahead. The numbers are
All
going
right.
up. Now you can start
What
entertaining. So he's
what up
entertaining.
though?
Introduce yourself first. Hold on. You are
My name is Mass Sinister Spinks. You can call me Mass Spinks or just Mass. Feel me?
because they can't
Brooklyn,
pronounce your shit.
Brooklyn, New York. I know people can't pronounce it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
They can say
You have to start putting.
Donatello.
You have to start putting like in. You know how they. You know when you Google something and it says like it breaks down the word in pronunciation. You gotta start doing that with your
Right.
name.
Well, mine's
I
is
think it'll look
easy.
cool.
It's Mass like church, sin like what church tell you not to do, and Nissa. Mass sin Nissa. Mass sin Nissa.
Now say that
Easy.
shit fast. Say that shit 5 times, real fast.
Listen, people say stuff like D'Angelo and Donatello, and then they have a problem with my name. I don't get it. It's
Listen,
only it's only 10 letters. Meanwhile, they be talking all day.
it's 10. Really? That's a lot of letters for a name.
My middle name is 15.
What the fuck is your middle name?
Jibagini Genzuro.
What the hell? Wait, slow that shit down. Rewind. Let's. We're gonna do this in
Jibagini
fucking in
Genzuro.
syllables. Hold on. We're gonna act like we're in first grade, or act like I'm in fucking first grade. Bow what?
G. G.
Oh, I started it off wrong too. Fuck, my bad.
Right.
Okay, let's try this again.
Jibagini
G Bali, what?
Genzuro.
Wait,
Jibagini.
what? Wait, you saying it too fast, man. That's because it's your name.
G. Baga.
G Baga,
Ni.
Ni,
Gen.
Gen,
Zuro.
Gibarunen Zero,
Jibagini Genzuro. Jibagini Genzuro.
Gibagani Genzuro.
Yo,
What
you
in
you know what's funny?
what were your parents thinking? What were they
I'm
doing?
I'm
What book were they
Mongolian.
reading? What movie were they watching?
I'm Mongolian, so
Oh, so you have to have like almost every alphabet in your name.
I don't got B. B is not in none of my names.
Yo, say it one more time. Again,
Jibagini Genzuro.
can you say that?
Spell it out for me.
What the fuck?
It's spelled
J I.
J-I-B-A.
Wait. Now you're gonna spell the shit fast too? Come take it
J
easy.
I.
All right, J-I-B-A-G-A.
B A G G G G G G G. Nah.
Wait, B A. Come on, bro. What is it?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's
Uh huh.
J-I-B-A-G-A-G-N.
B A G A G. And why you look like you're thinking about how you spell your last name?
Nah, because I mean it's a long name. It's J-I-B-A-G-A
G A G E N
G
G-E-N-G-E-N-Z-O-R-O.
E N.
G E N Z O R O.
Right, like Zorro. Zorro.
Z
Z
O R
O.
O.
So,
Zoro.
Jibagan. Wait.
Jibagini
Say it
Genzo.
again.
Gibagan and Gazaro.
Right. You know,
No,
it's funny.
really?
I got a cousin. I got a cousin, right? Because nobody really calls me by my middle name. So I got a cousin.
Yo.
My cousin named Dean, and they literally only call me by the half of my middle name. So they be like, "Yo, Jibagini." It's
That
only
shit is
them.
still long.
It's only my cousins that do that. They be like, "Yo, Jibagini."
Nobody, you know, nobody else ain't turning their head for that
I don't
shit.
even got to turn around. I already know who they are. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know. That's fucking hilarious. Was that your part? Was that your form of entertainment? That was a part of your entertainment
Nah,
bit,
nah, nah,
right?
nah. This is
That was fucking amazing. Like, but where did they get? Wait, hold on. Wait, time out. I want to know where your family got that name from. Like,
All
that's
right,
very
so
like.
all right, so my first name is Maximus. I was named after the king of Numidia, which was a warrior.
Okay.
My father is pretty much a pagan person. He's from Mongolia, so you know they believe in Zeus and Thor and
All
Loki.
these mythical characters, right?
Right. So I was named after a warrior. So my first name was I was named after a warrior. I mean, he was real though.
That's
Master
dope.
of Numidia. My middle name, which is Jibagini Ganzoro, I was named after a Japanese samurai warrior.
What? How
Japanese
did,
samurai. So
how did they cross the border and go all the way over there? How
because
did
my pops was a sailor, so and on top of that, what people don't know is the first samurais were black. And there's a saying in the samurai culture that says you can't truly be a samurai unless you got African blood, but they say it in Japanese though.
Can you say
So,
that?
I mean, Obakari desu
No,
ka?
you can't.
Kyutu
Wait, wait,
hachiku
wait.
wa lepore,
All I know is
dekure katsuki
arigato.
da.
Okay,
Arigatou
arigato.
gozaimasu. Do itashimashite. I know Japanese. I know Japanese.
I know niho ma. I know niho
Nihon,
pindula. Niho ma,
ni,
niho pindula.
I think that's Chinese.
Did you know? Yes. Do you know something? I used to work with people. I used to work with Asians, and I was working. I was in an office working, right? And I'm on the phone, and like there's the other Asians. They're working, and they're on their phones, and I hear in the background "niga," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"The fuck did it?"
y'all Orientals better watch
Hold
that
on,
shit.
hold on. So I'm like, nah, I just didn't hear what the fuck I just heard, and then I hear it again, "niga," and I'm like, the fuck? So I went on lunch with one of the girls who I would happen to be cool with, and I'm like, yo, I gotta ask you, like, are y'all motherfuckers up there saying nigga? She starts cracking up. She's like, no, it's nega, and nega means like fucking it's like something.
Right.
That's it. Don't say that word in the hood.
Just like Spanish people with negro. Like,
Yeah, that too.
yeah,
But that shit sounded crazy coming in the Asian office.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
So let me hear what you got.
All right, you ready? All right, cool shit.
Yes. After you told us your long ass middle name.
Um, yo, I like this shit.
That mic is
I
dope.
said, Joe, woo, yay. Um, Mass, check, check. I'm not one of these MCs that are empty. To chat about a TV or a new V or fake moving pounds. While I'm OT indicting myself, excuse me, not a newbie. Getting busy since young, like the solo little boozy. They asked me to kick it, didn't expect Bruce Lee. I'm single, but my dating is mature for sure. I pay for dates, placing pedicures, but you can't be broke. I'm not the man to cure the poor. That's comfy with a low credit score. I stay on the grind. Your life nothing like mine. My mom used to beat me. I died a couple of times. I'm the closest rendition of what I write in the rhyme. To the hard card they trying to swipe and they get declined. Cause I'm nice with the nine. Better with the tech gun range. I shoot happy faces on silhouettes. I'm a vet with PTSD chasing the check. So much green and make them with ranch or vinaigrette. FYI, you see me getting harassed by a cop or something. You don't got a Glock or nothing. Hit them with a rock or something. Yeah.
That was dope. That was fire. It's
Dollar
been a
Tree.
while since I heard from you.
Oh yeah. It just gets better. It just gets better,
I
baby.
mean, like in person heard from you. You know what I mean? Like I
Facts.
listen to your music, but I'm talking about
Uh,
in person.
At times I want to take my own vitals. The cops so homicidal make no sense being suicidal. I used to be Christian, but Dylan Roof is proof you're not protected by that Bible. They will kill you in your church where you pray at. Tamir Rice in the park where you play at.
All right, I
Reality
got
nigga in
Cassidy.
bed where you lay at. Expect me to trust a cop, I won't play that. You can say that. I don't make music to dance. The way I'm trying to get you to move, way too advanced. Got a romance with this bitch called life on the weekend. She was trying to dead me, but I'm constantly cheating. Democracy been taking a beating. It's like they eating oxtail, claiming they vegan. Where's the respect? How? When the cop is a suspect and no accountability and they wonder why we upset. Yay, fuck looting and protesting. Next time, get his address and address him. Because
Zay,
doing
can you
that
pull
shit
that
that's
shade back
creating
so
the
the air can come
invested,
through?
he shouldn't even make it to the courts to get questioned.
Dope. I got Cassidy on right now.
All right. Yo,
I'ma
tell
holler at
Cassidy
you.
I said, what up?
Most definitely. Hey. Be careful. Yeah. Good thing you skinny, right? Hey, I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Oh, there we go. How you doing? How you been?
Good money.
That's what's up. Is it raining by you?
Nah,
We got a fucking tropical storm going on in New York right now.
I heard about it.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I strapped my bike down, so I'm good.
You a bike rider.
Yes, sir. 12 years. When you getting your bike?
What kind of bike you got?
I got a CBR 1000. My baby. When you gonna get a bike?
Never.
It's not for you?
Nah,
Well, you're a speed demon, right? Usually there are people that say no, that's because they're speed demons. And they don't trust themselves on a bike.
if I get on the bike, I'm the one that have to do all the tricks. I can't just ride regular.
Oh, what you trying to say? I'm just normal? Because I don't do tricks? I do burnouts.
I gotta do all that shit.
I
That
know,
means
I
I'm gonna
feel.
have to get fucked up trying to learn.
I know, man. That's the scary part. I ain't trying to get banged up.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, but thank you for taking the time out to talk to me again. I appreciate it. Want to just
Um,
get in your head a little bit about what's been going on lately. Well, what's been going on for the last couple of months and how it's just been getting worse. I feel like it's getting worse. And people are, a lot of people are misconstrued about what's going on too, you know? They're kind of taking it into a different way, in a negative way. And I feel like it's unnecessary at some points. Um, a lot of people don't want to talk about black on black crime. How you feel about that?
black on black crime.
Yeah, in a sense, in meaning like, people get killed every day. We know that. White people kill black people, Spanish people kill black people kill white people. All races kill each other. We know that. But in the height of this moment of what's going on, it seems like there's still a high rate of black on black crime. Yesterday, actually, I went to go check my homegirl. She's a bartender, so I went to go check her at a bar in Brooklyn, and I'm literally rolling a blunt. I kid you not, rolling a blunt, standing on the corner talking to my peoples, and about 200, 300 feet away from me, two people got shot, and we had to literally jump on our bikes and peel off. So it's like it's going on, and it's gonna continue going on. So how do you feel about that? Where's my phone?
Um,
Put your hands up.
all right, I'm ready.
Whenever you coughing, you gotta put your hands up. When you're choking, seriously, put your hands up because it opens up your airways and it helps you breathe. I don't know CPR, I just know 911. Try it next time and think about me when it happens. When you choke, you're gonna just put your hands up.
I still feel like I want to choke right now.
You didn't do it properly. But yeah, like I was saying, it's been going on constantly, and people are trying to like dismiss the fact that it keeps going on, and it keeps happening. You hear it every day.
I think poverty brings violence. So as long as people in poverty, then violence is gonna happen. I don't think violence be race based. I think it'd be like they just intentionally want to
Just the
hurt a black
environment that
person.
they're in. Right.
Yeah, it's just the people around them and they in poverty. But I guarantee if everybody had a nice roof over their head, money in their bank account and could do whatever they wanted to do and they had to worry about survival, then it wouldn't be as much violence.
Right. How you feel about the talk about them wanting to defund the police? Are you aware about that? Like they're trying to defund the police because they're asking for $1 billion right now.
I mean,
Like New York alone, New York police, NYPD, they get $8 billion a year, and that goes towards like cars and training and shit like that. And it makes you wonder, like if they're doing all of this shit, and you still got people, black men, dying at the hands of NYPD. What's the purpose of all of that? What's the purpose of you putting that money towards that if it's not going to serve any purpose? You know what I mean? It's not going to serve any justice to anybody if they become one of those victims. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but the point of the police system was never to serve justice in the first place.
Right. And to oppress black people as well.
Yeah, it was never to serve. It was never to do what people think it was to do, there to do. So they just doing their job, what they was made to do.
Yeah. You think it's best for like the community to police themselves, like on some like Black Panther shit?
That's gonna be hard to do too without the right type of funding. Like if we had the right type of funding and the right type of timing, of course. The same way they set up the police system, we could set up our own. But just overnight, right away, especially if everybody not on the same page, it's gonna be hard to do.
Oh yeah. And it's gonna be hard to find that one particular leader that everybody's gonna wanna follow or abide by also. So it's like who is actually gonna take that position, you know, to start I don't wanna say regulating, but trying to make things a little better,
Yeah.
you know? Do you feel any pressure being you know,
But I
um
don't think things is all bad neither. Like if you watch the news and listen to like the media, then you might think everything is bad, but everything is not all bad though.
the media, that's their purpose, that's their job, to shake up everybody and to put out, to exaggerate basically.
There's more people in the world than it ever was, so it can't be like everybody dying.
Right.
It seemed like people dying every day, but how is it more people in the world than it ever was then?
Yeah, you have a point. Yeah, that's true.
Same
That's
way
true.
people dying, people living too.
Somebody born every day. Somebody born right now as we speak. Somebody, baby getting they ass smacked right now.
And in this time we living in, more people born and dying.
Where so many more people. Yeah, that's true. Especially now during this pandemic, right? I can only imagine how many pandemic babies are gonna come out of this shit.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the school systems, I think,
But in
also.
order for a lot of babies to come out the pandemic, people got to be having sex raw. And over 40 million people died of AIDS already. But they still having sex raw, but they scared of corona.
Why you think
For
they making such a
information.
hype about? Why you think they making such a hype about this particular virus versus like anything else? Like, do you think it has anything to do because Trump is in office?
Everything got something to do with something, but um, if you do your research, they always lying to you, so you can't necessarily believe them. A
Yeah,
lot
you
of
can't believe
times,
everything you see.
they put fear into the people to cover up something else. Because if you're scared, you're not worrying about a bunch of different things. You're not thinking about a bunch of different things that seem smaller than you dying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
if they make it seem like you're about to die, like with 9/11, everybody was scared of terrorists and they thought that I could just go to McDonald's and they'll just blow me up. I could just go to the movies and they'll shoot up the whole movies. They just promoted that
Yeah.
all day so that
Right. Right.
everybody could
Yep.
seem scared, so that they could forget about all of the other details and just focus on that. So
Yeah.
now that Corona's here, everybody seemed to be focusing on Corona and not the real big picture.
It's crazy. It's definitely working. Like Jules said, it's all about control, and that's definitely what they work on doing is controlling the masses, and it works. And there's a word, I have to get the word, but there's a term, and it basically means that if let's say I told you a lie, right, and you being the person that you are, you're in the entertainment business, and I tell you something, and I make you believe that what I'm telling you is true. Now here you go, and you share it with the people that you know, right, and then you have them believing what you're telling them that I said is also true. And now you have this false narrative, and as long as you have a certain amount of people to believe a false narrative, they could presume it to be true. You understand what I'm saying? They can make other people be like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's true," and
Sure.
that's what the government and the media does all the time. And just like you said, they're constantly distractions. Every time there's some major fucking tragedy that happens, like days later or a week later, something else comes up, and it always has to do within the entertainment business. It always has to do with like a celebrity, a big name that somebody's gonna get attracted to, and just keep their focus on that, and then leave their focus on what's important and what was literally going on just a couple of days ago. And it happens all the fucking time. All the time it happens.
Yeah, but with technology now, got other ways to access information other than the
Oh,
news.
most definitely.
So you just still watching the news and getting manipulated by the lies they tell, then that's your fault. Because there's
Yep.
other ways to gather information without watching that. So I just
Twitter,
advise
Twitter
people to do that.
surprisingly has a lot of factual information on there. You get it from like the sources themselves or people who are connected to the sources. Also, I read a lot of shit on Twitter. Facebook is just like a bunch of fucking bullshit. It's more bullshit than anything.
Yeah, but lack of information, they can be able to be manipulated. If you got the information, then they can't manipulate you. So most people is uninformed and they looking for an answer. So any answer that they give you, you're gonna believe because you don't know nothing. But nobody could um get on the phone with you and start telling you that 1 plus 1 is 20. They could argue all day long and they could scream at the top of their lungs, but you just won't believe them. You've got
Yeah,
enough information to know that 1 plus 1 equals 2 and not
yeah,
20.
yeah.
So it's like they could keep explaining it to you or arguing, but you won't believe them. You won't be manipulated because you got enough information. So
Right.
if people start researching and get enough information, then it'll be harder for the media or the news or whoever to manipulate them.
Now I have a question about you growing up, if you don't mind me asking. Was it, and I mean this in the sense of, you being a black man and your mother being a black woman, did she have to talk to you growing up, as far as like before you went outside? Did she have to have like one of those pep talks with you about, watching out for the police or how to act or just being careful in that sense? Because this is a totally different conversation from a black family versus a white family. You know what I mean? Like the conversation is different. It's just different.
Nah, she ain't have to have that talk with me. When I was growing up, I actually was cool with cops that used to like patrol my block and be on my block. I used to speak to them like when I was a baby. Like I ain't know about the law and all that, so I just thought cops was cool back then when I was a baby.
Right.
And um, but nah, we never had to have that talk. I believe having that talk can instill fear in your kid and make them move a funny type of way and make things happen. Like having that talk is not going to do nothing but just make them fearful because every cop not the same. So you can't move the same way expecting every cop to just be that cop that you seen on TV beating that guy or the cop that you seen that murdered somebody. So you set up your kid to act like every cop that pull them over is that cop
No,
because
that's a great point.
that could be worse than beneficial. If you teach them to act a certain way, the things that you teaching them might tick a cop off. It might cause another cop to kill your kid because you told him that.
Right.
So it's like, no, like it's like just like with the world, everybody different. Every cop personality different. every cop seen different things, and every cop became a cop for different reasons. So you can't have the same approach with every cop. Just like every CEO, every anything, like people gonna be
Yeah.
different, and it's
There's
not
bad
all the
apples
same.
and everything.
So
Yeah,
if you
there's
got
bad
this
apples and everything.
robotic strategy that you do when you're around a cop, that's just making you fearful of a cop when the cop's supposed to work for you. People need to
Yeah.
understand the law. They talk about deducting the cops' budgets and all of that. So the budget got to come from somewhere. If people knew the law and knew that cops work for the people, not the other way around. Like the cops is not your boss. If you a citizen that's not breaking the law and you paying taxes, how can a cop be your boss? How can he tell you what to do? Like
Right.
only people that believe that or is gonna be cool with that is the people that's uninformed. But the cops is not your boss. The cops don't. You don't work for the cops, so you don't gotta have this robotic boss like this way you gotta be when you see cops. You should be able to be your normal self, and the cops should have to fall in line and know the type of personalities that they're gonna come in contact with and be able to deal with it accordingly.
Yeah. You think that they should like put more black cops in black communities because I see that that's not as enforced. But then again, you have these black cops that kind of forget the color of their skin as well. You know.
Um, I don't know if you should put black cops in black communities. It shouldn't matter. Like race, they keep bringing race into it. Like it don't matter.
That's what I say. Like, why does it have to be? Because it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be like people are gonna start promoting segregation, and it's like that's what we got out of. That's what fucking, you know, our
I mean,
ancestors fought for
they
to
try to
stop.
say that it'd be better for a black cop that was raised in a black community that know that neighborhood to cop the community.
Right.
And it's true if we had the right type of funding and the right type of program set up. But sometimes it's easy for the criminals to be able to influence a person that grew up in the hood and that they know, and they know them people. It's harder for them to put cases on them and lock them up. So it's more criminal activity that could go on. So if that's the case, then there's no point in having cops anyway. So I don't feel like you should do it like that. I just feel like regardless of where a cop from, I don't care if he's from another continent. He just got certain rules to follow and got to do it a certain type of way to have that job. It
Yeah.
don't matter what race he is, how old he is, and none of that shit. Like
Yeah.
they should just act a certain way and have certain guidelines to follow. And if they break those rules, it should be penalties, and they should get penalized crazy the same way a normal citizen get penalized when they break the rules.
Most definitely. I totally agree. And that's the hardest part. That's the part that everybody's fighting for. And that's why I don't understand. Like they have these body cams, and it's like their own body cams are showing what the fuck they're doing, and they still are like, nah, it was justified. You know, like somebody sent me a video of a guy named Eric Lurie. He was in the back of a patrol car, and they had him cuffed, and the cop, a sergeant, smacked him in the face and told him to wake up, bitch. And then he held his nose for a minute and 37 seconds and killed him.
Mm.
And this happened in January, this past January. But the video just happened to come about now because these cops. There's a lot of dirty cops out there. Just like you said, there's bad apples and everything. When we went to school, we had one fucking kid that you just want to knock his fucking ass out. When you go to work, there's always that one fucking coworker that you work with that you want to choke the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Or you got that boss that you want to choke out. There's bad apples and everything. That's fucking life. That's a part of life. But I feel like in all police departments, they all need to be filtered. All these guys all these entitled cops, the ones that were probably like bullied when they were little, and picked on and never they were the last one to get chosen on the team, and now they have a badge and they feel entitled. Those are the ones that need to get out the force, because like you said, there are a lot of good cops out there. I personally know some,
It's gonna be
and
hard to figure that out. It's like how can you be
yeah,
able to do that? Like how can you figure out who's who? All it just gotta be just like it's hard to figure out what citizen is who is who. Like you
right.
can't say you're not going to sell nobody a house because you're trying to assume who they are. Like you can't do that. It's like
Mhm.
so you can't do that with cops. But it got to just be a penalty if you violate. These is the rules you got to follow, and this how you got to do it. And if you violate, this what happened to you. It don't matter. And it need to be rewards the same way as rewards for like even snitches in the street. They get rewards, whether there's financial rewards, whether there's less time, whether there's whatever. They get rewarded for ratting. So it should be rewards for cops that are good to be able to expose the cops that's bad. And they should get paid a nice amount. Like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
that's
And then you'll start seeing the separation of the good and the bad. And they'll be able to stand on something. But now if all of the cops is mostly bad and you try to be a good cop and stand up and speak up, then what weight do you hold? There's nobody there for you. So how could you, what are you gonna do?
yeah, that's the problem that they stand by that blue wall of silence. You know what I mean? That's why the video that I just told you about the guy getting suffocated in the backseat of the cop car. That was a sergeant that quote unquote broke the blue wall of silence, and he snitched on all of them that were involved in it. And that's something that rarely fucking happens. So that's gonna be the hardest part is getting these cops to snitch on their fellow officers because of this so-called blue wall of silence.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to do. Like it might be a lot of like gangs around the world that do shit that people don't approve of. But that don't mean everybody that ever been a part of that gang is bad or have bad intentions. Just because
Right,
somebody did something that they ain't supposed to do.
right.
But just because they in your gang don't mean if they violate, you gonna necessarily um hold them accountable the same way if it was somebody that's not in your gang. Like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they a gang. They the biggest gang, so they gonna carry it like they a gang. People think they like superheroes made to protect the people, but they not. They just a gang. And they not connected to the government. Like people think they is, but it's not like how people think. So that's the reason why they move like how they move, because the people that started them made them to move like that.
Yeah.
We didn't make
That's
them
how
to
they.
listen
That's
to
how they
what the
were
people
molded.
care about.
They were molded into
But
that shit.
the
That's
people
why.
gotta realize that we are the power, we are the money. So once you the money and you the energy, you control everything. So you gotta say so over everything that go down. And we
Mhm.
starting to realize that more, and that's why you starting to see things are starting to change. It's not looking the same as it was looking 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
Mhm. And a lot more people are starting to support a lot more black businesses, which is a good look also. You know, I think it really boils down, and I hate to say this because it shouldn't, they shouldn't carry the burden of what's been going on, but like this generation that's coming up and the generation after them, they're the ones. It's up to them. You know what I'm saying? To kind of incite change, or be like positive individuals, or have a different state of mind, or mind state. You know, because we keep running around with that fucking that
I think it's
I
up to
want to get you.
everybody. I think it's up to everybody that's living.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
like I think a lot of generations that came before us were saying that. Like
Yeah.
it's up to the next
And they're
generation.
like,
It's
look at
up to
these fuck
them.
ups.
It's up to them. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not like I feel like it's up to everybody that's alive to
Yeah.
learn as much as they can, try to grow as much as they can, and pass off as much information as they can, so that the next generation can be better off.
But
But
I
if
think
you
the
just
schools
stay
have a
where
lot
you
to
at,
do with it too. I said
if
I
you
think the
stay where
schools.
you at, then the generation won't be better off. You got to grow and learn and develop and build so that the next generation could be in a better predicament.
Yeah.
It's like when you was born, electricity existed. That's what made your life better, right? You had electricity and technology and TV and cars and all of that stuff. That's just normal. You was just born and that was around.
You were born into it.
Stoves, heat, all that stuff was around when you was born. So you just used to that.
Yeah.
But that's not because of something you did. It's not because of. It's not like you thought of the stuff. It was off the information of the people that came before you. People that lived before you had to go through a lot for that information to be there available for when you was born it to be around.
Right.
But you got to keep adding to it so the people that's born after you got other things that they born into, and that's what's
Yeah,
happening.
you
Like the
gotta keep carrying
technology
those
that you're
things.
speaking about, that wasn't around when we was born though. all of this internet stuff and the way that we communicate and even what we on now.
Right
What
now,
we
yep.
doing now with each other wasn't around when we was born though. So imagine what's going to be around in the future. So these things is what the next generation and the generation after that going to be born just with. As soon as they
Right.
born,
Right.
this is going to be old
That's what they
school.
see.
What we on right now is going to be like prehistoric to them.
Right.
So it's like that's the advantages they got. But we not on this program just miraculously, like it's off the strength of the information of the people that already live.
Yeah, that's true. The schools, I feel like the schools also kind of play a role also because I was reading an article about how, all these kids, these children's books, they're predominantly with white characters, like these white fictional characters, and you'll just always have this one little black kid. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's always like that. It's weird. And it's like that in movies, it's like that in TV shows. And it's like, it makes these black kids feel like white kids are more superior than them.
Yeah, that was the intention. It's a white curriculum, and that's what the intention was. The way they made God look, all of the people in power that they put in your face, and the way that they tell you history was. It's all to make you feel that way. But things are starting to change. Like with all of like with melanated people, you're starting to see them everywhere. And your show won't even win to get ratings now if you don't add melanated people. You see movies that's coming out with melanated people is putting up the most numbers. It's like um even shows without melanated people are using the slang, the
Oh
music, the
yeah.
terminologies, it's like you gotta just incorporate the swag. It's like it's not like you could hide from it or try to like hide it no more. It's like and with this technology, people are able to see it. So we're gonna be good. They tried to manipulate us for a lot of generations, but I think that's over. People got a lot of access to the melanated person power now.
Yeah.
Every beauty pageant, melanated people winning. Every sport we won. It's like we in all parts of politics. We doing everything. So it's like it's just impossible to just not see what we capable of.
Yeah, for real. They're saying that they see it, they hear an echo on your side.
And now that a lot of kids was born and they seen a black president, regardless of what he did while he was in there, it's just motivation that they can make it to any level. And I mean, they see some of the biggest stars and the biggest performers is melanated now, so they feel like, yo, I can make it to any level now. I can accomplish anything now, and that's motivation for them to take it to
Yeah,
what they supposed to take it to.
definitely. I totally agree. It's only a matter of time, but it's gonna take time, And everybody just has to stay on the same path, I just hope that this has been going on 4 months right now. I just hope that it continues. You know what I'm saying? I hope that 6 month period, people don't just give up because right now I don't see any purpose in the whole Black Lives Matters being painted on a floor. I don't see any relevance to it. It's cool. It looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay, now what? You know, the point is to implement change and to do something and to get these fucking people in office to start kicking up some money so that way things could be put into play. They need to have more recreational centers and programs. They used to have so many free programs and tournaments for teenagers and stuff, and they don't have that anymore. And if they
Yeah,
had that, then a lot of these kids would be out of fucking trouble and off these streets doing more productive shit.
yeah, but what we trying to ask them is like we want to ask them to do more, ask them to get more money. But the people that started the government, they wasn't trying to ask nobody for nothing.
I
They
know.
just came and took, and
They
then
just
they
came to
made
take
the
over.
rules. And now everybody got to follow it. And now you got to ask them, can we get more money? Can you change the curriculum? Can you free people out of jail? Can you do this? Can you do this? Like you got to beg and ask them. But why? You could just figure out where the real energy come from, and then you could be responsible for making the rules. So you don't gotta beg them and ask them to give you it. They gotta do it because it's a part of the rules, and you
Yeah.
can make it that way. We the people, we can make it that way. And once
There's
people
enough.
realize that, then things will start to change. But everybody
Mhm.
not on the same timeline. Even though we going through a revolution right now, some people is like 20 or 50 years ahead of information than other people. Some
Mhm.
people might be 5, 10 years information behind another person. Everybody not at the same space. So
Right.
that's why you're seeing a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different things. You might see something happen and you're like, well, what is the point of that? But maybe you might have seen the point of it 20 years ago before you had all of the information that you got now. So
Right.
imagine the people in the world that's like that, that's like you 20 years ago. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or what about the people that's like you 20 years from now? You might not understand all of the things that they trying to do right now. But it's
Right.
just good that everybody realize that a change need to happen. Because that's what's gonna make the change happen. It's a higher power, and people see the sun rise and drop every day, and they don't got no control over that. There's nothing that we could do to make that change or nothing. It's like we ain't got to go through a revolution to make that happen. That just happened on its own.
Right.
So a
Right.
lot of people see things happening and think it's like they playing a part or they doing something, but it's really all of the higher power plan, and it's gonna go according to plan, and things gonna
Right.
change regardless. So people think they need the perfect solution, but you don't. You just gotta realize that things is fucked up, and whenever you got the opportunity to change anything that you possibly can, you do that. And if everybody got the same mentality, then you'll see things change quick.
Right. That's true. But like you said, that's the hardest. That's gonna be the hardest part is getting everybody on the same page.
You don't
That's
need
gonna be the
everybody.
longest. That's gonna be the longest journey.
Well, I know I said everybody, but you don't really need everybody. You just need
No, you need
enough.
a good
Enough.
amount of
Just
people.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because word of mouth is everything. You know what I mean? And once you
It's
start
only
spreading the word,
it's a lot of people that's living, but it's only a little bit of people with leadership qualities. The most of the people
right,
are followers. They want leaders. They just looking for something to follow. They don't know how to put everything together and come up with plans or what's right and wrong. But once a leader say it, then it'd be easier for them to figure it out. Once they connect with a certain leader, then it's easier for them to understand stuff. So,
right,
you know what I mean? You don't need everybody to be on the same page. All you need is a couple of great minds to be on the right page, and then
right.
everybody else gonna follow. It's automatic.
That's true.
Everybody
No,
else
that's
gonna
true.
fall in line and follow.
Yeah.
You don't need every
What do you think?
single mind to just figure it all out because that's never gonna happen.
Yeah. What do you think about people trying to put put weight on celebrities and asking them, hey, what are you doing? Or what has Cassidy done throughout this whole thing? Like, what do you think about that? Like, the weight is not on you. You're going through everything just like everybody else is.
Yeah, for sure. But
You know?
celebrities do got certain responsibilities because you a voice, got a
But no,
fan
I
base,
believe.
got people that listen to you. People, especially it depends on what type of artist you is. But a lot of artists do got like a fan base of people that's looking for guidance through that artist. So what you say or how you say it can be important. So
I
I
definitely feel
feel
like
artists
using your
do.
platform is important.
I feel artists got to really play a part though. Like some artists are just give to a charity. Like you know what I mean, tax write off money they give to a charity, but post it on our platforms, do a commercial about it, make a big thing about it, and let everybody know. And then the attention that comes from it is like the same amount of money they would have used on marketing promotion anyway. So it's like a
Right.
publicity stunt. So it's not like really
They're not
giving.
really fully. They're
So
not
because
personally
you do that
involved.
and you put that up and then you say, well, what are you doing? That's like, niggas got to really do what they supposed to do. And what they really need to do is find out the right information to lead their fan base in the right direction. Giving something ain't going to necessarily do it all of the time.
Yeah, that's true. What you think
And
about
if you're
Kanye
going to
running for
do it
president?
partially, you got to be willing to give your whole life. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some dudes be willing to give a little bit of money because they got it at the time. But then they go rat on somebody if they about to go to jail for a couple of years. So what is you really about to give? Like, you're not willing to give your life. You're not willing to sacrifice it all for the cause just because you're giving a little bit of paper up. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. No, I totally agree. What you think about Kanye
But
running for president?
I've been talking this talk my whole career. Not just when it seemed cool, you could hashtag it or it seemed popular. I've been talking like this and I've been feeling like this and this how I've been carrying it. So that's what I've been doing. I'm responsible for a lot of people even waking up and realizing what's going on because I've been talking it for years and years and years before people even understood it. And now that
Right.
it's coming to light, they can look back on some of the things I talked about and have a better understanding. So that's what I've been doing.
No, that's dope, and
And never
that's one
been
of the
influenced to do it. Nobody never told me to do it. Nobody never made me do it. It's not like something somebody at the label said, this is something you should talk about. It always was me forcing that. So
right.
that's the part I've been playing.
That's good though. That's one of the
And
reasons
stuff like
why.
this, me talking to you, for the people that's listening, they get to hear real information and get real guidance. I do stuff like this every day. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like I said, that's the reason why one of the reasons why I wanted to speak with you because I know that that's what you were always on from way back when, and I know a lot of people respect you and they respect what you have to say. I know my followers were very excited to hear that I was going to go live with you again to hear what you were going to say. So, you have a very
Appreciate that.
powerful voice, and I'm glad that you're using your platform and educating people who may not be as educated as they should be. If you could teach one, then that's a good thing. If you could change one person, that's a great thing. And
We
that's all
gotta
it
all
really
teach
takes.
each other. Because
Yeah,
everybody not gonna be good at the same stuff, but everybody gonna be good at something. And if we all teach each
hmm
other, then that's how we gonna grow.
exactly. Most definitely. Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. We could talk about this all day.
Thanks for having me again. We're
You
gonna do
already
it
know.
some more. We're gonna
Yeah,
keep
listen,
doing
this
it.
this weather is shitty. Whenever you're ready, we could do this. I was gonna invite some people on, but maybe hopefully next time if you're available, I'll have some other gentlemen who I highly respect and have a lot of good things to say about. They're very intelligent and they're up on what's going on right now also. So let me
That's
know
what
when
it's
you're free
about,
again.
building. That's what
Yeah,
it's about.
definitely, all day. You already know. Have you eaten dinner yet? What time is it? It's 8:11.
I'm about to.
What you eating?
I'm not sure. I don't know what my wife can cook for me, but I
I
can't
just
wait.
fucked up some lasagna.
Oh, that sound good. That sound about right.
But yeah, like I said, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your words and everything you always say. And like I said, we'll touch base again, and hopefully you have some more time for me, and we'll kick it some more.
Thanks for having me again.
You already know.
Keep
You
doing
already
your
know.
thing.
Follow Cassidy on Instagram, Cassidy_Larceny, Larsiny. Make sure you
Yeah.
go cop that, download that new track that he got going on as well. And you already know.
Lean on me. The
Yes.
video should be out in. I just sent the video out, so it should be out any day now. It's crazy
Oh,
too.
you
It's a
did?
movie. Yeah.
Good. Let's send. Well, I'll have MJ send it to me so I can put it on my website too.
Appreciate you.
You already know. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, later.
Peace.